Hey BookTube, Chelsea the Reading Outlaw here to do a video for you guys that I'm sure you did not even realize you were missing. It's a book about white authors, male white authors more specifically. Because you know what? There's just not enough of them. There aren't. We have too many people of color and ladies coming all up in our authorial spaces. What's that about? You know what we need? We need some good old-fashioned dude literature to rebalance out the scales. We just don't get enough of it. So here are some dude authors. In fact, my top 5 dude authors that I would recommend to you. Some of them, there's more than one, because you know what? That's how patriarchy works. They get to define the rules. And that's what we're here to do, to celebrate. We love the patriarchy. So first things first, classic white authors. Shall we start with J.R.R. Tolkien, our classic dude bro, like predecessor for fantasy things. Male hobbits, male elves, male orcs, male wizards. Are there some ladies in there? Sure, spice it up a little bit with one of the female riders of Rohan. But you know what? Mainly this is a really long book about walking and dudes being friends with other dudes. And don't we just love that? And then further down the road, we have people like this guy right here. We have George R. R. Martin. More dudes hanging out with other dudes doing horrible things to ladies. Again, do we throw a spicy female character in there every now and then? Sure, why not? Gotta keep the ladies happy, am I right? But on the whole, it's dudes doing horrible things to women, because that's what we need more of in fantasy. Then shall we move on to something more beatnik? We have people like this guy right here, William S. Burroughs. Let's get naked and have lunch together and go pseudo-psycho acid tripping. Why not? Do I like this book? Not really. That's about as far into it as I got before I was like, no, fuck this. Is he a predecessor of an entire movement? Or I guess I should say a member of an entire movement? He sure is. See also this guy right here, Allen Ginsberg. He wrote a lot of poetry. Most of it's about other guys, particularly having sex with other guys, or walking in grocery stores. But that's just an entirely different note. And then we have somebody that I don't got. We have people like Jack Kerouac and Hunter S. Thompson. I don't even own their books. They're not on my shelves. I am woefully letting down my male counterparts. My apologies to all of you. And then we have, shall we call them, the American classics. We have this guy right here, F. Scott Fitzgerald and The Great Gatsby. Now, before you rush, yes, I do reread this book every single year. I'm actually coming up on it in July. Hit me up on Twitter if you'd like to participate with me. I'm thinking of making it a group read along. However, this is still a book about a guy who's so in love with one of the worst females in literature that he spends his entire life crafting an alternate persona and getting money and getting other dudes to like him just to potentially win her over. I have to say, not the biggest fan of that. Also in this school, we have people like Ernest Hemingway. Short, concise, to the point, about man brooding and man feelings. Next up, we have what is probably one of my favorite category of dude lit, adventure nonfiction. See John Krakauer and every single book he has ever written. Did Into Thin Air scare me? Fuck yeah. Did it make me never want to climb a mountain? Oh hell yes. Was it still a particularly dude-oriented story about dudes doing something dude-like? Sure as fuck was. See also Into the Woods. And I will give him credit for this, Missoula. John Krakauer, writing adventure books for bros, about bros. Also in this category, Bill Bryson. Pretty much everything Bill Bryson ever wrote. Bill Bryson's entire character is a grumpy old dude talking about being a grumpy old dude. So if those are your nonfiction needs, definitely something to check out. And lastly, let's hop back across the pond, shall we? I know we mentioned J.R.R. Tolkien. He's a particular favorite of mine, but he comes a little later in the game. What about his predecessors and the people who came before him? We have, essentially, the entire history of English literature as it's known in the canon. Are there women and people of color who should have been included in that list? Absolutely. Where you won't find them? In any one of these books. These are my Norton anthology books dealing with, you guessed it, the history of literature in Britain up until, I believe this one goes through the 18th century. Here, lots of dudes. Lots and lots of dudes. Philosophical dudes, political dudes, fiction writing dudes, fantasy writing dudes. So many dudes. All the way back to the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the ones that started it all. And of course, Beowulf, which is about a guy fighting a female giant monster. Metaphorical. Pretty sure we can all agree that that's the case. And there you have it. From old to new, some of my favorite guys writing about guys, because as I've already said, we just don't get nearly enough of that in the book world. You know what? Fewer women and people of color, please. More white guys writing about guys. That's what we need. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know some of your favorite dude authors. And of course, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter, where I'm here to talk to you about all your misogynistic reading needs. All right, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. I'm off to go read some dude lit. Bye.